While looking at the carving, the part that is raised up, we're going to call the positive space, and the part that is carved away is going to be the negative space. This is important to understand when you're setting up your design. You looked at Maria Martinez and her designs, studied them, and hopefully you've come up with something that you want to put on your own vase. Sketch out your design on an entire journal page so you're really sure as to what it is that you want to carve, keeping in mind that you're going to be carving away the negative space in your design. To make that clear, I want you to actually color in the spot that you will be carving away. The dots in my zigzag line, for instance, is going to stay raised. I will not be touching that while I do my carving. Although I'm not making a masterpiece while planning out my design, I am taking the time to really think out where it is I will be taking away clay and what will stay raised. So take a minute and really think it through and take some time on your design. Make sure you take a second to mark out what's going to stay raised and what's going to be carved away so you really don't get confused and mess up your entire vase you spent so much time on. If you forgot your journal, grab one of these sheets that you can use to complete your design on and glue it in later. Now that you have your design, it's important to practice with all the tools that we have. We have these ribbon tools that you can use for carving, the carving tools, some other tools that aren't even necessarily meant for clay but work really well, and our rubber tip tools. That brush will come in handy too for when we need to wipe away all of our little schnibbles, is what I call them. However, to start, I would just grab a pencil to gently mark off what your design is going to be. I suggest you practice on a leather hard slab before you begin carving so you can practice all the different tools that we have. This tool here is called a ribbon tool. It's different from the loop tool, as the loop tool has a rounded wire. These ones have a flat wire. They will be able to scrape away and carve away more surface area and will be more dramatic. Notice how I use the paintbrush to brush away some of the schnibbles, but it is a dry paintbrush. Make sure it is dry. This is a small ribbon tool. It's nice for all those little details, and I will have those handy for this unit. There are different types of rubber tip tools that will be useful for smoothing. In the first steps, they really will not be too useful, but towards the end, it might be really nice to get a nice smooth surface in some of those smaller details. You do not need to perfect your practice leather hard slab, but do take some time to make sure that you like your design and that it's going to work out before you start carving into your vase, which you've spent so much time creating at this point. Once you're confident you do like your design, you're going to be ready to move on to putting the design onto your vase. You're going to grab a banding wheel and you're going to hold your hand very steady. I suggest that you keep your arm braced against a table. While turning the banding wheel, you're going to mark a straight line around the vase and at the top of where your design will be and at the bottom. Remember, your design is going to be just a small band around your piece. It is not the majority of the vase. It is just a small piece around your vase. Once you know where the section is that your design is going to go ahead and start lightly marking out what your design is going to look like all the way around your vase. In the beginning, don't push too hard, because if you make a mistake, we can still fix it. Review your design, have your sketchbook out with you so you know which areas you are to carve away. Remember, it's that negative space, the part you should have colored in on your design, that you're going to start carving away. Use the tools that worked best for you while you worked on your practice leather hard slab. This is not meant to be done in one class period. It will take you some time to slowly carve away and make your design nice and neat. Take your time, don't rush the process. Once the whole design is carved all the way around, make sure you go back and finish smoothing as much as possible.